Welcome back to Longbox Diving, where we explore comics and story arcs pulled from the long box. And it is time for new comic book day review yet again. From the stuff that we picked up Wednesday, we'll review it now, and hopefully you've gotten all your books, because there's some good stuff going on in these comics. Today we're going to review Batman the Detective number 6 of 6. Batman the Detective number 6 of 6. This is going to be a pretty short review. The cover is pretty good. The perspective is a little kind of wonky for me, because Batman's in the window with her, but his teacher's up there. But the way he I don't know, it strikes me as odd. But it's Andy Kubert, and it's drawn well, sort of. It's just odd. I'm gonna put it at a 2.5 because I'm not getting it. The art inside is okay. I'm gonna put it at a 3. But inside, basically, the story, this is 6 of 6, so you had to read most of what's going on here. There's a young girl missing her mother. Batman comes into France or whatnot. He takes Night. He brings her along. He finds his old teacher. He figures out who the mother is, but then he finds out that the teacher had another student who hates Batman because Batman has made problems. At least she's assigned him blame for all the things that are going wrong in her life. And she tries to kill herself, and Batman stops her by putting his hand over the gun. Sorry, but not necessarily believable. I know he has bulletproof armor and whatnot, but a bullet at that range would have fractured his hand, probably. Would have slammed his hand up into her face and probably fractured her face, because he's not superhuman. He's not super strong. So, again, this is a Tom Taylor book. Adam Kubert, I believe, has done the art inside. And the art inside it's done well, but it seems to be done hastily. Andy Kubert did the art. So a lot of it seems like he was doing it fast. Some pieces are really well done. Others are like, okay. This one, that's pretty good. I like that. But others are just, quick and dirty. And okay, I don't know how he got his hand between the gun, because he had pressed up in her chin. How he got his hand in there and covered before she fired, and then how it didn't fracture his hand or fracture her face. But he did punch her and knock her out, which, cool. And then he reunites the kid with her mom, because he did figure out who the mom was. Overall, as a series, this was it's a pretty good story, with Batman as a detective, referencing some of the old trainers that he had and some stuff, and what he does and how he finds this, how he finds that, and he solves the crime and solves the riddle, and that was pretty well done. There wasn't a lot of junk in it. It was a pretty straightforward story. Adam Kubert normally did a pretty good job, but I think he kind of rushed a lot of this because he was doing the covers and the interiors, and I think some of it's a little rushed. But overall, the cover, I'm going to put it at a 2.5 because it sounds odd. The story is going to be at a 3, and the art inside is at a 3, so it's about 2.7. I would probably get this as a full trade paperback and read through it. It's not a bad story. If you like Batman, it's a pretty good backstory of what kind of, how he learned some trade and the stuff that he learned to do, and it's a good crime-solving story. Well done, 6 issues, good trade paperback length, and that's probably what it was designed to be. But overall, it could have been better. I think it could have been done better if it had been given a little bit more time. But it is what it is. It's a good trade paperback story. So it's a recommend in that sense, but I wouldn't go grab them off the shelf at the moment. But we'll see you next time here in the Long Box.